Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher Circus. Today we are going to be trying out something not exactly new, but I'm playing it in a very interesting way. So we're playing against Moo Goblin once again, and it looks like this time he's going to bring a Mark team with a very suspicious man-at-arms, but this is actually something that I do like seeing and I haven't seen in ages, so we'll get to that in just a minute. But the team I'm bringing here, it's kind of like Shep's Stress, but instead of having a Grave Robber, instead of having a doggy, I am bringing the Grave Robber. So I have the basis of Shep's Stress, like exactly the same. Pit Fighter's Helm, Numbing Incense, Gauntlet of Absolution, Crimson Hook, Rain of Sorrows. I'm bringing the exact same setup, but I'm bringing Grave Robber instead of the Houndmaster, and just to see how the team will actually adapt and how well it will perform here. Because the Grave Robber is kind of a more self-reliant character, she can use Shadow Fade if she gets pulled, she has more dodge than what the doggy does, she has technically more accuracy, but the way I've set her up, she doesn't have that much accuracy, which still incentivizes me to go command whenever I can, because that's kind of like the bread and butter of the Shep Stress, is that you transform, you go slam, and after that you are gonna go for a command, and then you're just gonna go Rain of Sorrows, Hound's Harry, or in this case Panic Dart. So I'm gonna get marked here. I am indeed gonna get marked, and I have a chance of going Defender. The question is, do I go Defender? Well, I go first. Yeah, I go Defender here. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go for the accuracy buffs, even though I would love to, because I have Numbing Incense, and this Crusader doesn't even have 2 stun trinkets, so I'm just gonna go for that. In terms of what my opponent is playing here, I see 2 huge mistakes. So the first huge mistake is that these trinkets are swapped in terms of order. I do not like the way they're ordered. Same thing with the finisher and the grappling mitts. The other mistake is that he doesn't have Sacred Blade, but that's not a mistake, that's just a matter of fact, is that he probably doesn't have the trinkets yet, so he had to go Brass Knuckles and Writ of Execution. He probably wants to use the Sacred Blade instead, which he should, considering that he does have command for the accuracy buffs, but, well, that's just how the circus works. And right now, I am gonna drop a Panic Darts here, hopefully do some okay stress. Who do I want to go for? I'm probably going to drop it on the Arbalest, just so I get her out of the way early. Maybe I should drop it on the Bounty Hunter, that's also an idea. But she still has an action, so I wanna bite her out as quickly as possible. So you might be asking, why did I go for the Grave Robber first instead of the Flagellant? Well, I went for the Grave Robber first because I would get an extra 10 dodge. And I might have just been critted right now, but oh crap, it's gonna matter a lot. Wait, I didn't go first? What the hell did you do going first? What did he even do? I didn't see. What? I thought I went first. Okay, this is actually terrible. He's just gonna get an 85 death blow. No, you won't. No, you won't. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna move back with my Flagellant here. There's no way I get killed on the Abomination right now. Yeah, you can go for a 55 right now, but it's way less likely. And hopefully he doesn't get it. Oh my god, he gets it. Oh, this is a disaster. This is an absolute disaster. I was so certain that I had gone first. My mind is blown. I thought that I had gone first. I was certain, absolute certainty, and my certainty was absolutely wrong too. So I'm gonna drop a Bellow here, and this is a horrible situation to be in, no matter what team you're playing, because you're down a character already, and that was round 1. Or was it round 2? No, it was by the start of round 2, yeah, but still absolutely terrible. I do not want to be in the situation I am in right now. And that sucks, that absolutely sucks. But I'm gonna drop a Panic Darts here, 93% hit chance, thankfully we take those, and we get a crit out of it, so I have 53 dodge right now, which is pretty decent. It's definitely pretty decent. He's probably still going to be able to get the pull, and still likely to get the stun, but does he go for 2 chancy plays? I'm not too sure. He does have the command buff, so it's very unlikely that he'll actually miss the come hitter. There's a chance, but it's super unlikely. And then the stunning blow is there's a pretty big chance that it actually just fails, and I'm hoping it does. So I'm gonna drop a Rain of Swords here, hopefully get some bleeds. Okay, that's 2 bleeds, that's rather nice. And also some okay stress being dealt onto that Bounty Hunter. So he's already dropping down to 0, which we definitely love here. But he's not quite dead, which we obviously don't love. He's gonna go for the stunning blow on the Flagellant. Does he get it this time? He does. He does get the stunning blow on the Flagellant. And what do I want to go for right now? Do I want to go for a Shadow Fade? Or do I want to go for like just another Panic Dart? So I want to go for a guard maybe. Do I want to go for yet another Bellow? You know, there's a lot of things I can do right now. I think what I'm gonna go for is probably a Shadow Fade here, because if you flare, you might miss it. You might miss the flare somehow. Don't ask me how that works, but you can miss a flare on a character. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense how you'd miss a flare IRL. I think you just throw it in the general direction and it lights everything up. It's not like the Grave Robber has like a camo cloak or something. But what can I do? And other than that, I might just... No, I'm definitely gonna click here, right? Do I click or do I go for another bellow to just reduce damage? I think I click here. Yeah, we click the flagell just to keep our HP up. I don't want to get finished right now for a lot of damage, so we're just gonna take it from there. This could be pretty scary if there was a smite, because that's plus 20 damage on that smite. That would be pretty scary. That's kind of countering the bellow debuff right there. That's gonna be a Caltrops being dropped, which is kind of a slow play, but I guess he's fine with going slow because he got super early. He got super lucky on the draw with that 55% kill, and of course the 44% crit. But what can you do? Just Arbel's things. And that's going to be an Irrational that Bounty Hunter, so definitely a good affliction to get. Irrational can do just about anything, as we all know, and that's not too shabby. But the thing is, I'm doing some okay damage on the Bounty Hunter, but like these two frontline characters are chilling. They're absolutely chilling, they don't care. The Grave Robber isn't doing anything at all to them. She can only target one character at a time, and the Flagell can only target two characters at a time with Rain of Sorrows. So it looks like the front line is just going to be kind of intact, which you definitely don't want. Especially when you don't have two transformations, you only have one. If you die early, which is what happened here, sadly. Do I want to go for an immediate panic darts? I will actually. If he wants to go for a pull, then I'm just gonna go for a guard or something crazy like that. Oh, I do enough damage. Oh, that's big. That's 50 stress being dealt. That's really good. Some extra stress, and the horror is ticking slowly, but it is ticking. And there's also Rain of Sorrows pressure if I'm allowed to go for it, and also Bellow if I am allowed to go for it. I probably won't. There's probably going to be some kind of pressure being dealt to my characters here, which will force me to guard. And I'm quite confident in my guarding capabilities with this Numbing Instance. He's going to drop a Rally to the Flame, which surprises me. But there's a refusal from this irrational irrational bounty hunter. So he goes Bork of Light, and the irrational bounty hunter still says no again, which is very funny, I'm gonna have to say. And right now we go for the Rain of Swords, right? Oh, it can miss. Can you imagine missing this? He went for the bolster. Oh, you really don't want to miss. But it's not in this situation that you go for a command. Absolutely not. You don't drop a command here. Not in a million years do you drop a command. Do I drop a Rain of Sorrows first, or do I drop a Bell? I'm gonna drop a Bell first just so I reduce damage. Oh, that sucks so hard. I hate this so much already. 85% hit chance. 85% hit chance. 89% hit chance and an 85. And I missed 2 out of those. That basically means that I had a 50-50 on everyone. That's not what happened. I had like 90s on everyone. Come on. Maximum 1 miss. This is ridiculous. And he gets a crit heal! At least it's for absolute minimum, so it's not gonna match all that much. As long as I don't fail the 80. I don't fail the 80. Thankfully, but I do fail the 84 on the Man-at-Arms. Oh, I hate bolsters so much, it's so ridiculous. I absolutely despise that ability, because it's gonna force me to go for accuracy buffs when I really can't afford it. I really cannot afford going for accuracy buffs right now, because my bomb is dead early. This sucks so much, but I'm just gonna have to play it risky, and I'm just gonna have to take it from there. It's gonna be Retribution, only does 1 damage. That's probably a misplay, because now the Bounty Hunter is dead. He should have gone for a guard, absolutely. Because now... Actually, no, guarding with the death done anything, because I have Bell, right? Oh, the Bounty Hunter just finishes himself off, I guess. And now the true test hold fast to expire. I don't think I'm in danger anymore. I think I've won this match, because I have a guard, and you can't do anything about it. Anyone that you want to focus down, I will guard. You can't pull my Grave Robber, so you can't stun her. Even if you stun the Flagell, you don't have a follow-up to that, you can't shoot position 1. And even if you, like, no matter what you go for, I'm just gonna guard, and I'm gonna be happy about myself. So I'm gonna go for Panic Darts on the character that I can, which is this Crusader. I don't want to hit into a riposte, even though it's not scary at all. It's probably gonna miss. I don't really want to go into a riposte right now, especially with that Numbing Instance, because I'm basically going to do no stress, and that's not what I'm about. I'm just going to do some pressure on this Crusader, and he's definitely going to feel it. He doesn't even have a chance of going purchase, so I'm okay with this. He actually does 9 damage. Wow, that's surprising. I did not expect him to do that much, but once again, that's not going to do anything. It's going to be totally meaningless. And right now, I'm gonna drop a Bellow here. It's almost gonna get an Affliction on that Tarbalist. It's not gonna get an Affliction, but it's gonna be really close, which is all that matters here. So I'm gonna drop it. When did that Abomination die? Round 2, so his corpse is gonna be gone by round 7. That's important because of Bola. Bola can actually bypass the guard here, which would be terrifying for me. Absolutely terrifying. So that Bounty Hunter died round 5, right? Or was it round 4? I'm not too sure. I think it was round 4, but it's not going to matter because his corpse is just going to be gone to the OT most likely. So we'll keep it in mind that it was round 4, so he's going to be gone by round 9. I'm definitely trying pretty hard this match. I want to win because after getting shafted by a 55 death roll like that, you got to take it to heart and you got to win the match. That's just what you're going to do right here. He's actually going to go for a guard on the Arbles. He wants to prevent me from going panic darts on her, which is definitely reasonable, but I don't think that's going to save you all that much because I can still focus the Crusader down. And if it really comes down to it, I'll just panic toss some Man-at-Arms and take it from there, honestly. I don't mind all that much. It's going to be a sniper shot. There's like 3 Bellow Divas right now, maybe just 2. But thankfully that's not going to be enough damage. And right now I can go for a redeem, but I'm not going to drop it immediately because even if you go for a stun right now, you're going to drop me to 125 stun resistance and you can't stun that. Unless you get a crit, then you'll have a 15%, but come on. You can't think it's all the way down to that 15% after the crit. And of course, the Arbles dodges the other 85. The second 85, so she doesn't get Bellow debuffed and she doesn't get afflicted either. This sucks so much. This sucks so much. I mean, she could have gone abusive, which would have given her plus 20% damage, so I might have given myself a blessing in disguise. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I would have preferred to get the Affliction sooner rather than later, but what can I do? He's gonna go for the Stunning Blow. Doesn't get a crit out of it, which means you have literally a 0% stun chance. And right now, we 100% don't risk it, and we just drop a redeem on this Grave Robber, which is keep her alive, keep her healthy, keep her happy, and get a crit heal on this Flagellant. So comparing this team to Shep Stress, who do I think is doing a better job? What's the difference between having a Grave Robber and having a Doggy? Well, Doggy can heal himself with Lick Wounds. Doggy can't dodge as much as she can. Doggy can't deal with Riposte as well, while Panic Darts can kind of just avoid it. She can cure DOT, so I could cure this Caltrops if I wanted to. Do I? Nah, it's probably not going to matter here. It's better to go for this. Now, she can bite someone down, so you can actually focus the character that you want to, which is good. But in terms of all-around stress output, this is way worse. Absolutely way worse. And what other things are there? Of course, no regen, so that's not too good. No self-heal, that's also pretty bad. And at the end of the match, you can't use Panic Darts, you can only use Pick to the Face, but that's probably not going to matter because you'll have a corpse there in position 1 anyway. It's very rare that I'm put in a position where I actually had to Pick to the Face to win the match. It's really rare. And even then, you might just get a crit and do enough stress anyway. You never know. You never know how it goes. We absolutely drop a Bellow, no, a Panic Darts here, yeah. Definitely a Panic Darts. No crits, sadly. I think I only got like 1 crit this match, which is very unlucky for a Grave Robber with both the Monkey Spawn and the Leather Bandolier, because she's getting plus 5 crit from that Leather Bandolier. And you might be wondering, well, why don't you bring Satchel of Dirty Tricks for the plus 10 accuracy and the plus bite chance, and the plus also for dodge, and the plus stress dealt. There's a lot of good things about that trinket. But the thing is, when I play my Grave Robbers, I like them to have maximum amounts of dodge, and the Leather Bandolier is just that. It gives you more damage for range skills, which is pretty much meaningless, but it could matter. It mattered against that Bounty Hunter, doing that 11 damage earlier. And it gives you 8 dodge, which is best in class, just after that Monkey Spawn, and it gives you plus 5% crit. And keep in mind, whenever the Grave Robber gets a crit, she's gonna do... she is gonna do extra stress, and she's also gonna give herself 10 dodge, which is really important. I think I'm actually just gonna punish the Crusader here as weird as that looks. I'm still likely to get a crit, and he's probably just gone here. Yeah, he is probably just gone. He's gonna tick down to 4 HP, and another punish and the Crusader is out of here, and I think it's gonna be GG from there, because you can't deal with this anymore. Flagellant is just way too OP. Yeah, you can do 2 damage. Oh, you hate to see it. 2 damage and doesn't even go through. 3 to 6. No, I do 3. Oh, I hate this game. I hate this game so much. 3 to 6 and I only do do 3. That's ridiculous. I guess it's Bulwark of Light Value then. That is indeed Bulwark of Light Value. If you don't go for a guard or a heal right now, I'm just gonna go Panic Dodge and I'm gonna get the kill anyway. Doesn't even matter. He's gonna go for a heal Drow to the Flame, is he? Oh, that's an act out. Irrational hits himself. He stays alive though. He's probably gonna go around to the Flame on someone. Yeah, he goes on the Arbol so he can actually cure the debuff. But as long as he doesn't heal for more than 4, Panic Dodge should be able to do enough damage here. So let's see. Leather Bandolier, come and clutch for me. 3 to 4. Leather Bandolier. I let you down. I was saying the damage range skills was useless. It is not. That's an absolute kill right there. And a little bit extra stress being dealt. And that's also going to be that corpse cleared sooner rather than later, because it also applies the Blight, even if you get the death vote to Panic Dodge, which is wonderful. It is wonderful, because once our Arbals goes to position 2, this is going to be beyond loss for my opponent here. And right now I can just drop a guard here, right? Yeah, I can just drop a guard, but I'm gonna Bell anyway. I don't mind my Grave Robber being at Death's Door here. I don't mind it at all. If she drops to Death's Door, then I'll drop a guard. But just doing Bellows in the meantime is probably better. Also, I called it. Arbals went abusive. Who would have guessed? She went abusive. The best affliction that she could have gotten, most likely. Is it the best affliction? Yeah, it's plus 20% damage on the character that loves dealing damage. You just can't go wrong with it. You might be asking, like, wait, but if you have so much damage already, do you really need to do more damage? Well, doing more damage is always good. Always good, because there's going to be prot, there's going to be damage debuffs, there's just going to be a lot of things hindering you from doing more damage. And just getting more damage through, you just can't go wrong with it, you really can't. Actually, there's a problem. I can't hit into the riposte. Whoops, I forgot about that, silly shepherd doggy. It's okay though, I still have redeem. So would this team be better with Reclaim instead of like Reign of Sorrows maybe? I don't know. Is this team viable compared to like the actual Shep Stress with the doggy? Yeah, it's definitely viable, but oh, it feels weird. It feels weird not being able to heal with my main character, which is like my stress dealer. And my stress dealer isn't even dealing that much stress. It's like round 9, and look at the stress I've dealt, it's barely anything. And typically by now, either the enemy team is dead or my stress dealer is dead. One of the two. This is not what normally happens. As weird as that sounds. Yeah, usually the doggy is dead by now, which is pretty sad, but what can you do? And the corpse is gone, so now there's gonna be Bola. There's only one downside with Bola being a thing, is that it's actually probably gonna get some knockbacks. That's gonna be difficult to deal with. Moo Goblin says, don't tell anyone because it's embarrassing, but I forgot my cool Crusader sword at home. Well, I'm sorry, I read it. You should have thought about it twice. You know better, you know I'm commentating as I play. Did he really forget his Sacred Blade? I don't know, it's like a level 53 prestige trinket, and Stabilizing Tiller is like 46 already, so maybe he did forget it. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna drop a Bellow here just so we reduce some damage, and finally get an Affliction on the Man-at-Arms. Oh, it's been ages, this team is so slow. This isn't Shep Stress, this is slow stress. This is slow stress. And this is with Flagellant with Reign of Sorrows, and I'm suggesting bringing Reclaim on him so I actually have some sort of healing here. Yeah, actually, if you're playing with Grave Robber, you might as well just go Crusader instead. Because at least Crusader gives you Rally to the Flame, it gives you Bulwark of Light, and that might just be better for the team overall. I'm not too sure though, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I can probably win, even if I hit into the Riposte right now. And I think I will, actually. I'm just gonna be greedy here. I'm gonna hit into the Riposte. It's just gonna be a dodge, even with the command buff, because there's a Rational that's -5 dodge, and I have 58 dodge. That's a really good amount. That's without Bolster, by the way. I can still Bolster after that. Actually, there's one way we lose, which is if there's a Riposte crit for like 11 right now, but I don't think it can even crit for 11. Yeah, it's rolling for 2 damage. Come on, Shep, don't be silly. There isn't even a shield spike. There's 2 Bellow debuffs, there's a Rational, I have 10 prot. There's no way that's ever gonna happen. So as long as I keep my Flagellant alive here, I'll always have that redeem. I'll always have that redeem pressure. Whoa, crit 11, abusive. Abusive, my man, that's insane. And right now I definitely have to go for a heal here. So I'm gonna click this Flagellant, and I'm just gonna drop a big heal on that Man-at-Arms, and how are you gonna deal with him? Yeah, he's back to 43 HP, that's his maximum health bar. He has like 60 prot, right? Does he have 60 prot? Yeah, he has 60 prot. You just can't deal with him. He's just gonna keep spamming Bell, he's just gonna keep guarding, and there's absolutely nothing you can do, sadly. If you're Moo Goblin here, very happily for me, I'm gonna have to say. That's gonna be yet another guard, and I think right now Do we have to keep guarding here? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I will keep guarding just for the prot, right? Yeah, I think I'll keep guarding. Because if I don't guard, there can be a stray bullet just hitting my grave robber. I don't want that happening. So I'll just guard there. There isn't even a repulse anymore, thankfully, and I'll just go for Panic Darts. So we're finally doing some blights on that Man-at-Arms. He's almost gone here. So the thing I don't really like about this team is that its stress output isn't huge, but it does have a chance of focusing characters down, which is really good against, for example, that Bounty Hunter. He just got destroyed, and once the Bounty Hunter is gone, you don't have finishing characters, so that's wonderful for you. But other than that, oh, the team suffers. The team suffers from its lack of stress output, because it's gonna have to deal with some teams like Jane Moon's damage team that can clear like 18 stress each round and also give you minus stress taken debuffs and all that. And they're also gonna have Repulse. No, Repulse is gonna be worse against it's gonna be better against Shep Stress because I actually have to play into it. But then again, I can just guard, I can have 30 prot, I can start spamming Bellow debuffs, and it's gonna be basically meaningless with the amount of protection and the amount of like layers of protection that I can give my doggy. It's gonna be almost meaningless. So that's gonna be a crit repulse for 0. Oh, that's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. There's only 2 Bellow debuffs, so how is he doing crit repulse for 0 already? Yeah, Man-at-Arms Retribution is a joke. It is an absolute joke unless you have the triggers for it. And that was, oh, that's a hit. Yeah, that is a hit. And the mark as well. Wow, that marks for 4 rounds? I wasn't aware of that. Oh, it's still meaningless because marking on an act out, who cares? I'm playing a stress team. But that's still pretty surprising, actually, that it marks for 4 rounds. I was expecting it to be like 2 or something weird. There's stealth. It's fine. I don't have to guard right now. Panic Darts is probably gonna get the kill on this Man-at-Arms, so we'll just take it from there. There's no point to me guarding. We will just take it from there. So this Caltrip's value is valuable. So Mere Goblin finally surrenders, seeing that he would be unable to win unless I did a massive misplay right there, which it's really the only way you could win. I had to like miss an Exsanguinate or just not go for an Exsanguinate and to get 20% death load on my Flagellant. And then I would have to let the Grave Robber go to positions 1 and 2 somehow, like maybe a crit Flagellant kill. And then the Grave Robber dies because I have no more healing, and then he gets some nice damage rolls with Caltrips to do more damage on my Man-at-Arms, and just gets like a quick and early kill somehow. A lot of wishful thinking right there, but the team that he was playing, does it work? Well, it has a problem. It kind of only has 3 damaging characters, and Crusader is supposed to be stunning. Bounty Hunter is supposed to be marking and disrupting and getting kills, and the Arbos is the only one that's supposed to be doing the damage. So if you can guard the Arbos, yeah, you're chill. But can the Arbos on her own like do enough damage to deal with the entire health bar, deal with protection, deal with guards, deal with heals, deal with regens? Can she really deal with all that? No, she can't. I mean, she dealt with the Abomination pretty well, because I kind of didn't expect that. That hit me out of left field, but overall, do I think that team is that good of an idea? Not really, because the Man-at-Arms just doesn't do too much for you. It gives you plus accuracy, which is wonderful. It gives you Bolster, which is, well, it's Bolster, it's a wonderful ability. It gives you guards on a Mark team, which is arguably, like, overpowered, because Mark teams shouldn't have guards. And he does have a repulse, but without Shield Spike, who's gonna go into it? Overall, you'd be better off, like way better off, using a Harman, because Harman is actually going to do some damage and he's also going to have repulse, or using a Jester, because you'll still have Battle Ballad and you'll still have the damage, and then you'll have a finale, so you're not going to miss out on the accuracy buffs. Or you bring like an Occultist, so you have another healer, and then you can also do some damage with Sacrificial Stab. Like, this is some insane stuff I'm mentioning right now, but that can work. Or you do something else, which is you bring two shooting characters. You can bring a Musketeer instead if you want to. I wouldn't recommend it all that much. I don't think that team is all that good. Or you bring a Houndmaster and go Hound's Rush. You still have Lick Wounds, you still have a stun in case it comes in handy, and you still have a guard. So you have most of the things that you needed. You just need to make sure that you have like 2 accuracy trinkets here, because your accuracy is god horrible. And yeah, I think that's going to be all she wrote for today. So I hope y'all enjoyed this match and this kind of like small explanation out of it, and this experiment on Chef Stress but Grave Robber. Definitely give it a try. I think it's reasonable. I definitely think it's still competent, though this feels really weird. I just want to click X and I want to play the real Chef Stress. So I hope y'all enjoyed it anyway, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.